Hi, I'm Lynn Morgan, your slipper-shod pastor. You know, when I was a kid, I got into a fair amount of trouble, like kids do. And as I look back on it, I realized that most of the trouble I got into, I didn't do solo, but I did it in a group. A bunch of us boys would be out doing something, and we'd do something dangerous, irresponsible, wrong, boneheaded, and not infrequently, we'd get caught. And when we got caught, there was always the lecture. And one piece of that lecture always included something like this. If all your friends decided to jump off a bridge, would you jump off with them? Now I know when you're getting lectured what you're supposed to do. You look at your shoelaces, you make noises that sound like you're very sorry. But in my head, when my mother would ask me that question about jumping off the bridge with my friends, my internal answer would be, yup, I probably would. I would go along with them because I want to belong. I don't want to stick out. So whether you're 13 or 103, that's a strong human desire to be part of the crowd and to stick out, especially as the one who's saying, no, that would be wrong, let's not do that. Boy, that always comes with a cost, and it's hard to do. Jesus says in Matthew chapter 7, enter through the narrow gate. For the gate is wide, and the road is easy that leads to destruction, and there are many who take it. For the gate is narrow, and the road is hard that leads to life, and there are few who find it. Now you can imagine that this is some piece of Jesus making the same point that my mother was, which is, don't be part of the crowd that's all wandering towards destruction. You stand out from them. You be different. You be distinct. Well, that's a good teaching. And sometimes we really do have to stand out from the crowd. But I don't think that Jesus' main point was to divide up humanity between those who are going in the right direction and those who are going in the wrong direction. Rather, remember, Jesus is addressing these words to his disciples, all of whom he has called to go on the way with him. That was the metaphor he used, the road, the journey, the way, the path. And so he's saying to his disciples, there are two paths that you can take as my disciple. And one seems like the easy way, and one seems like the hard way. And these are not questions of what group you belong to, the good people or the bad people. These are questions of how your life will go, what kind of a person you will become based on how you walk this journey. And if you walk the journey only taking the easy way and never being willing to stand out and to work hard, well, you won't come out the way you wish you had. You won't develop into the full glorious person you could be. You won't be fully alive. You'll have dissipated and lost yourself by taking that path. But if you put your whole self into the journey, if you are attentive and eager and willing to make the exertions and pay the cost, the result is life. That is, to be fully alive. And it's not just that the result is life. It's that the walk is in itself lively. When we're doing the right thing, when we're putting our whole heart and soul and spirit into something, that's when we are most alive. The alive doesn't come just at the end of the journey. It comes as we take the journey.